Hey guys, Dave Rusty Dog. With us going into level 3 lockdown, most of you will still be at work or working from home, or still have a bit more spare time. But you can actually get hold of a few things, so your odd jobs and any projects that you wanted to do, you can finally get into. So I make genuine cow horn roaring horns. This is my one. I do a bit of engraving and work on my ones. And I make them for friends, but the amount of time that it takes me to make one, I don't generally do it as to sell, because the one I'll show you in a minute, I'd probably be up to at least 13 hours already. So I'll just give you a quick idea what the horns will look like. This is generally how they'll look if you get them from a home kill. Nice and raw. You can sometimes find like the drinking horn ones on Trade Me. They've done a lot of the work on the outside for you, so that'll take a decent chunk of the prep time. You'll still need to prep the inside if you want to, because I'll show you how much prep on the inside of the horns I do as well as the outside. So that's what they look like when they're natural and raw. That's one that's had a quick file on. This is the one that we're going to use as a demo. It's just small, so it won't take long. So you can see this half, I've just really quickly just filed it, and that's what it looked like before I started filing it. And all I'm using is just a rough single cut file. Right, so I'll just clear this off, and I'll get... Now this one I've spent a long time on. This is actually, we were going to do it as a giveaway before the Raw, but we got shut down before we got a chance to put this up. So we may just put that up as a something to make you guys feel a little bit better. We'll check it up on our Facebook page as a giveaway. Now I'm going to give you an idea of how big this horn was. Where is it? This is how much I cut off the end. And that's solid, and it was solid to about here. So you drill a hole, just like that one. Then you enlarge it, go as big as you can with your drill bits, and then you go bigger and bigger and bigger. Use a dremel if you have one. If you want to get as thin as what we do, you can. This one probably won't show up because it's black. You can see how much I've sanded out the inside of that. This one down there, I'll get here, you might be able to see this one a bit better. So that's been, yeah, dremeled right the way through. You can see the tape off the end of my braid there. And if we're looking from this end, you can just see the bits we still got to finish just further up. And tidy that up. Tidy up a few things on the inside, tie the knots on the horn, and she's ready for a new home. Right, chuck all this stuff away. So like I say, first stage will look like that. On a short horn like this, I would cut it to about here and drill the rest. That way you actually have some, some semblance of a horn. These ones are quite cool because they're not as big in terms of diameter, so they sit on your person a little bit better. You still get quite good amplification. Again, I'd cut this one probably about here. That feels good. Still got a decent amount of amplification, and it's a nice traditional looking piece. So yeah, I'll set the camera up and we'll go again. So you can see the file, it's just taking the scaly like that off. And then once you've got that down to how you like it, then you move on to the sandpaper. So I'm just going to pause the video and get rid of the rest of the stuff off, and get back in and show you the next steps. Hey guys, we're back. As you can see, looks a lot tidier now. That was just with filing. I've squared up the edges. I've made the hole a little bit bigger. This is going to be a kid's toy, so I'm not going to make it as thin as like one of the big full roaring horns. Let's see if it'll focus. So next step, you've done your file. You'll go to 220 grit or whatever your grit preference from here, and there's just the easy case of just going through your sandpaper grades until you're happy with whatever finish that you prefer. So I'm going to start with 220 grit.